It's the trike life. Really is about that trike life today. Today's two things that are really fucking cool. Confused on banjo switches, control switches, wiring, harnesses, looms, circuitry, 12 volts, amps to watts, electricity. It's very confusing in this. It's been 3.5, 4 weeks. I still couldn't get this wiring macked up right. Battery last week fell out of the bike and all my shit fell off on the ground. That was kind of hard. Besides that, it's daylight today and I tried my best, but I ain't gonna lie, don't do anything stupid when you're trying to get your processes right. I mean, shiza, right? Wrong. But otherwise than that, got a few things worked out, got DOT tires, I've got that figured out. So that's a big relief because it's insured. The registration with my title transfer is in process right now. Finally got confirmation on that, so it's almost license and plate. I've been working really hard on just trying to tune in my tuner. My tuner is like the little getter thing, the Yamaha tuner app thing. Right now it has a good get to know you feel, but I really want to look into trying different sprocket ratios and try to get a little more update on that in the next video. I'm trying to do some footage, and the footage is funny because I want to put it on the back of my buddy's car, and he drives like one of those friends that you just have to hold on and look out the window the whole time, and once in a while you might flinch and push the brake, and then they make fun of you because you're pushing it and they took it out last week. Assholes. You know, I have anxiety in that car. I think of many times I look out that window thinking, man, we're gonna die, man. We're gonna die, man. Why are we doing 100 miles an hour down the road to go get bread? Why? But other than that, the fun thing about this bike is it is incredible. It is fun. Right on the gas. It's responsive. When you're in the turns, if you're taking the turns with a fucking thought and instead of being a dick, you're just taking it sloppy. Everything I do on this is 2 times thought over before my third initial action is even thought, responded, and I have to think a little more on this. It's a lot more mental because I'm trying to adjust weight, trying to remember where like the easies are. I'm not trying to cross the yellow line because that tire sticks out that extra little bit. Just a little bit of heads up on that. That one kind of had me not spooked, but I was aware of it when I was coming around the inside of a corner. I was trying to hug the line and I just looked down and I seen the yellow line almost in the middle of the bike. Yeah, I did cut it in there hard because it was a stiffer corner, not doing some elaborate crazy speed, but within a small adjustment, this whole thing just dipped in, and it's in small increments with your body weight is how I did it, and it was really interesting, man. It's just shifting this thing in the clutch. I mean, the clutch is, when I bought this bike, I still don't think since the time I bought this bike, I've put 3 hours on it. That's how much of a, I don't know, trying to hold on to that thing for 3 solid hours, I don't think I could do it for 3 hours. I mean, especially if I was riding, trying to get into it and all that. So, handling, it's okay. I want to try it with a set of slicks or a biased trailer tire. I'm going to have to go with an 8 4x110, I think it was. But with them trailer tires, there's going to be 1 more inch inside. I'm not sure. I might even want to go a 12-inch wide just to get a little more rubber on the street and try to get rid of that tipsy-turvy. Try to kick it out a little, you know? Wiring. Back to the main reason I wanted to start this thing. If anybody sees this video and they have struggled with understanding, running, connecting, current, where does it go from the control switch to the relay to the power to what is 2 and 3, 3 and 2, like the 3 connections. I think it was 1 and 3 and then 4, 1 and 3 and then 2 and 3. So one of them is input, one of them is output, but where the fuck is the other one? How do I go and put that? I think it's, here's the confusing part. Me, in first place, I'm confusing because I don't know how to fucking talk. All right. From the control switch, I think the gray wire is my power to the control switch. So that's my main power. That one goes to the input on the relay, right? I hope. I don't know. what else goes on that input to the relay to break up your running light, your brake, your blinkers, you know? That's where my confusion comes from most of the time. I think it's just the step out. 1 is your power. Power to the control switch is 2. Power to the control switch to the next is the relay, and then it breaks up and distributes the breaking of the current. That's where I'm at. If I'm right, I just need someone to help explain it, show it, teach it. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna teach it. Like, there's a lot of things I can do after I get taught one time, and then I fail again, and then I get a little easier. I don't mind failing as long as I do it in a controlled environment. If I'm failing at something the first time, the learning mechanism for learning is the first thing that I think of when I fail is, man, what did I do wrong? Maybe we could have did this, you know, let me practice that. Let me read up a little bit more before I open my mouth. You know, like, that's what I've been at. And I took a week off from the garage. Today was my first time actually going in the garage, tightening it up somewhat. It's still a shithole, but I would like to get taught with hands-on experience. Somehow it's easier for me to learn that way. Seeing it, being in the field, I've always learned very well that way. So in the end of the day, I want to thank you all, subscribers, everyone that does take a chance to just listen to this or check me out. I want to try to get us thinking more, because your brain's a strong ass muscle, you know. Memory, thought process, troubleshooting, field training, defenses, mechanisms, survival. I mean, even then, if your car breaks on the side of the road and you don't have all that good high class insurance, you can't get AAA. You got to figure out how you're going to call somebody. Are they going to have tools? Are you going to have reliability? Are you going to have a jack and and is your tire in your car inflated? Somebody told me the other day they were going to do a delivery and they were doing pizza delivery. So he gets in his car, he's driving, flat tire, right? Gets his fucking car out, gets the tire out, gets the tire on, gets the car down, spare was flat. I said, no way. Man, way to keep your head in the middle of the heat. That's what kind of person you are. What I learned that from Wes Watson. When you're going through the fucking thick of it, your life is upside down, and then all of a sudden you have you. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna survive? Who survives? Good boss man told me this in Eagle Tree Work. He said, those aware of their surroundings, Brian. You better keep your head on the pivot at all times and be aware. So my truck life vlog ending, I guess, my final thought of my rant, my rave, and whatever I got going on in this message. Leveling up isn't just a statement. I mean, it's not like some Pokemon game. It's not a fucking video game or computer game. It's not a game like that when it's life. I mean, taking pride in what you do, taking pride in yourself, being willing to extend yourself when you know it's might not be rewarding at first, but when you're starting to see short view, what's in front of you. Okay, so my bills in the month are $2,100. All right, so how can I break down the first set of bills on the first week and be able to manage that in 2 weeks, get that $2,100 out? That'll take, all right, 2, and then roll over a little on the third, and then the fourth one, save it. All right, so I'm gonna save almost $700 a week at the end of the month. That's good. But then that was just a short little 4 weeks. You think about that with a lot of your scenarios in life, just like a quick little prep. And it wasn't even that good because I just made it up and I was trying to fly with it, but it's something quick. What if you did that on your third thought, man? Imagine that. I can actually save $700, but you know what? I'd smoke these fucking puffers. That's $11 a week. That's $44 a month. Okay, all right. Cut that out. That's 44 times 12 is, there you go. And then you start breaking down the equations. So far, I'm at, my phone is resting on a Mini Cooper. I bought the car for $1,500. I invested $2,250. That's $3,750 I think I'm at with this Cooper. Got it inspected. I rebuilt the cylinder head. I did all this crazy nonsense, and it was a hell of a feat But now I know the car to where I could actually hear it and be like, oh, I better go check that again. And a lot of the times that one little thing is off, or the wire is loose, or that one little VVT valve that sets your timing is just a little clogged. Those little things, I replace them, boom, done. Cool, fun. It's just muscle memory. After you've done it so many times, you failed so many times, you used to hate it, so now you love it. And it's a good thing about learning. Taking a little bit of self-criticism, accept it. Doesn't mean to sit there and hold on to it. Doesn't mean to hold a grudge. A little self-criticism is actually good food for the soul because it helps you evolve. You know, I mean, once upon a time, you're probably either like a lead foot and you drove and then got in an accident. Now you're just like, oh shit, I know what would happen if I crossed that line and that consequence. But at the end of the day, you've learned from your mistakes. You're changing. You're leveling up. You're more aware of your surroundings. So please enjoy your life, trike your life, like your life, write your life. Change ain't stupid. It's actually fun when you start understanding it. When enough is enough and you say I'm done, and you start learning about the priorities of saving, and then you one day somebody thinks you're a fucking moron, right? They're gonna be like, oh, you can't do it, you are fucking fat, stop talking. No, I'm tired of hearing about it. You ain't got nothing. Oh, do I? 6 months later. Hey, what's that, guy? What'd you do with that? When'd you buy that? Would you get some inheritance or something? Would you income tax that shit? No, while you were sitting there hating on me, I've been saving and budgeting and selling and trying to manipulate the way of the market and waiting for it to strike. I waited for good timing, planning, and actually proper planning produced this fat ass trike right here, man. Please, don't give up on your dreams. If you wanted to write a song, just find the time to fight your mind and do it. Learn how to do the 16 bars and how to align it. If you wanted to go learn how to do an oil change, call somebody you know is kind of crafty with their hands. Maybe ask them to do it if they got to change theirs, or watch them do a tire. It's always possible for anything to be done as long as you're willing to apply yourself. So maybe I'm ranting, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But I do know I love this shit. And once I get this all fucking figured out, buttoned up 100%, I will be in my glory, manifesting. That's what I'm doing. Got a lot going on for my little bit on the plate. I am done. Hope you enjoyed. And remember, trike the life.